What's up, folks? Welcome to Math Walkthroughs with Mr. Weeb. Today we're looking at subtracting integers by adding on, and these are our Lesson 3 Your Turn questions. Let's see what it's asking. It says, what subtraction equation is modeled here? Okay, so it looks like, to me, it's asking, how far is it from -3 to 10? To put this into an equation, we're saying, how far is it from -3 to 10? And it looks like it's 13, right? How far is it from -3 to 10? And in a way, when you have subtraction twice in a row, that's like saying adding. So 10 plus 3 is 13. Now it says model the subtraction -5 minus -2. What is the result? In order to do this, I would draw an open number line. And I'm seeing how far is it from -2 to -5. I want to put the smallest numbers over here and the biggest numbers over here. And if I'm starting at -2, right, the biggest number here is -2. So here's -2. And I'm seeing, what do I need to add to get to -5? Well, I need to add something negative to get more negative. So I'm going to add 1 gets me to -3, -4, -5. So right here, that's -5. I added 3 negatives. The result is right here, -3. Make sure you circle that. Next, we're calculating -5 minus 12. Some of you may be able to do this in your head, but for a lot of you, I think sticking to an open number line at first is a really good idea. So if you start at -5, okay, well, what we're really doing is we're seeing how far is it from 12 to -5. So we should start at 12. Let's start with 12 up here, and we're going all the way to -5. So I'm going to go and take a big jump to 0. Minus 12 gets me to 0. Then I take another jump of 5 negatives, and that gets me to -5. But the question is how far is it from 12 to -5? And in total here, we have 17 negatives. So the answer is -17. Next, we've got -8 minus -7. We could do this with counters if we wanted to. We could say, okay, we've got 7 negative counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then, how far is it to get to -8? We need to add one more. So the answer is -1. Next, we've got 2 minus -1. So we start, well, we're going from -1 to 2. What do we need to add to -1 to get to 2? So we start with -1. Then, what do we need to add to get to 2? We need to add 1. That gets us a 0 pair, and we end up with 2. So what did we add in total? We added 3 in total. And then, for this last one, let's do another number line. Here's our open number line. We start at -7, and we're going towards a -4. So the -7 is going to be on the left-hand side. So here's our -7. And we're going to see what do we need to add to -7 to get to -4. So here we go, -6, -5, -4. That's -4 right here. But what did we add? We added 3. So our answer here is 3. Next, which result is -15? Let's take them from the top and work down to the bottom. So first, we've got an open number line where we're seeing how far is it from 22 to -7. So we start with 22 over here on the right-hand side, and we see how much do we need to add to get to negative 7. So I'm going to just jump down by 22, and then that gets us to 0. Then I'm going to take another 7, negative 7. That gets us to negative 7. How far did we travel in total? Well, it looks like we went negative 22 and another negative 7. So that's 7 plus 22. That's going to be 29. We got 29 negatives there. So our answer is negative 29. That's not right. Let's do another one. The next one, we start at negative 5 and we're going to negative 10. So in order to start this, we want to see which side should we start on. Is this number here bigger or smaller than this number? This number is bigger because this number is the smallest number here. This number is bigger, so we start on the right-hand side. So we start at negative 5, and we see how far do we need to go to get to negative 10? Well, we just need to go another negative 5 to get to negative 10. You could count by ones if you wanted to, but it's quicker to count by 5s. So the answer here is negative 5. Unfortunately, it's not negative 15, so let's keep going. The next one, if we make our number line here, we're saying how far is it from 3 to negative 12? 3 is bigger than negative 12, so let's start on the right-hand side again. Here's 3, and let's see how long it takes to get to negative 12. We're going to take a jump of negative 3 to get down to 0. Then we're going to take another jump of 12. Negative 12 to get to negative 12. And how far have we traveled in total? Well, 12 negatives plus 3 negatives is going to be 15 negatives. It looks like we've found our answer. This one is negative 15. And we don't even need to do the last one. Finally, it says, how does this pattern help you see what negative 12 minus negative 1 equals? And here, fortunately, we don't have to do a lot of work because this first question is exactly the question that we had just answered. So this is exactly the same, right? We started at 3, and we saw how far is it until negative 12, right here. And we said that the answer was negative 15. Okay, so what if we start at 2? Well, if we started at 2, 2 would be around here, and so instead of subtracting 15, we would be subtracting 1 less. We would only be subtracting 14. So this one would be negative 14. And this one would be negative 13 if the pattern continues. From 0, let's just check that it is, from 0 to negative 12, we go negative 12. So yeah, the pattern is holding. It's negative 12. That would mean that this is, if the pattern holds true, negative 11. Let's see, does it? If we test it out on the number line, and we start at negative 1, right over here, and we subtract, or if we just add on, if we see, okay, how much do we need to add to negative 1 to get to negative 12? We would go negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, negative 8, negative 9, negative 10, negative 11, negative 12. How many jumps did we take? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We went negative 11, which matches perfectly with what the answer should be. To answer this question in a sentence, I might say something like this. The pattern helps me see that each time the difference is smaller by 1, so the last answer should be negative 11. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.